Venerable MacArthur Court is where the Pac-10 season starts for Tia Jackson and the Husky women. Now, the long road continues, but it's nice to see a 0-0 mark on the record and start playing the games that matter the most.
This is one of those games that you wish you started home. Oregon's going to give us quite a challenge, bringing kind of a different style of basketball than the Pac-10 scene. Paul was doing a very good job with his kids, getting them to run up and down the court pretty fast and getting shots up pretty quickly in the shot clock. So we'd like to have this game at home, but eventually we will get them back at the Bank of America Arena. Paul
Westhead, of course, a longtime coach at just about every level, a champion in the WNBA, in the NBA, brought my alma mater, Loyola Marymount, to prominence on the men's side, also a coach at George Mason. 70-year-old guy, but he comes in and he's a guy that probably won't even look at the shot clock when his basketball team has the ball.
If they're going close to 20 seconds into the shot clock, something's wrong with that picture. For them, it's looking pretty good for us. Do we expect them to come down and jack up shots pretty quickly? Yes. We have to do a very good job of contesting those shots. We can't be beat up the floor. That's one of our keys for the game. We've got to contain their point guard, TiaJackson, in the open court. She's extremely quick. We had our scout team come in the past few days of practice, not counting the one yesterday, to help prep us for this game. Guys bring a different speed, so they really helped us to get ready for what we could see today.
Well, you don't want to get caught up into just what they do and how fast they play the game. And when you've got the basketball, you can play at your own pace and whatever suits you, and I know that's been a point of emphasis.
It's another one of our keys is to control the tempo. They're going to try and run. It's our job to try and slow them down. We can't get caught up in the up and down. We are not a 5 to 7-second shot clock operating team. So we've got to do us. I think that's the biggest thing right now for this game is that we've got to go out. We bring a lot of size. We bring a lot of depth. I think we can go big on them at some point in the game because they do play some smaller lineups there and take advantage of them inside.
A lot of the players on this team in Eugene feel they owe you one. You absolutely pasted them in the Pac-10 tournament last year after a couple of regular season conference losses. This team feels like they owe you.
I think that's probably more behind the scenes chatter with just the players. Coach Westhead doesn't know about that game. I'm sure he can read about it, but didn't experience it himself. So it's probably more the young ladies talking about it, wanting to give us a little payback. Maybe that's their motivation. But for us, again, that's last year. We were last year's team. We have a different lineup in the mix this year, and we've moved on. You know, it's a great thing to step on and remember that, or I'm sorry, to reflect back on and remember that. But for us, it's today and the right now.
We'll talk about today on New Year's Day in Eugene, Washington, renewing the rivalry with Oregon. We'll be back with the second half of the Tia Jackson pregame show in a moment on the Washington ISP Sports Network. Second half coming.